Hello everybody and welcome to your reading. So I channeled a great song, woke up with this song on my mind, just wasn't able to make the video till later this evening, but it's a song by Huey Lewis and the News, and they used it in the Back to the Future movie, and it's called The Power of Love. But before I get into all that, I want to be the first to tell you that you're so beautiful and you're so needed in this world. Thank you for being here with me, and thank you for sharing your time and your energy with me. I value you, the divine values you, and thank you for hanging out with me, guys. So this song makes me think of anything can be accomplished with love, okay? The unconditional kind of love, right? We can accomplish anything. We can forgive, we can have mercy, we can love ourselves and go to our highest potential. But when you think of the movie, it also makes you think about time travel and all the possibilities that may exist that we may have a hard time grasping, right? But anyway, I was guided to use some decks here, and I want to open up with a prayer real quick, and then we'll get started into the reading. Our Father in heaven, please look over us. All of us who are watching this video, please look over us and help us to fulfill our highest potential. Please help our bodies to stay strong and healthy and to heal from any ailments that we suffer from, whether we know about them or not. Please help us in our relationships. Please help to heal and repair the relationships that you want us to have in our life. And please help us to have the strength to walk away from the relationships that are just no longer meant to be in our life. Help us all to have peace with one another, and help us all to accept and love one another as people. I love you. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. So I want to open up with the Enchanted Map Oracle. I got a comment that I shuffle too much. It's kind of a nervous tick. With the ADHD, I move, and I don't do it all the time. I don't do it to annoy people. It's just sort of, I do it automatically, okay? But I will try to get that under wraps. I'll try to be more aware of my shuffling. But I do need to shuffle a little bit. Even though I do a pre-shuffle, I do need to shuffle a little bit here. So I want to know, for Aquarius, what do you want them to know? What do you want to open this reading with for Aquarius? That's a lot. I never get 3. Not like this. Sometimes in personal readings I do, but not like this. So let me find the meanings, because I have 3 cards. That way you don't have to sit here and just wait. So give me a second. I'll be right back. But I will let you know it's Unexpected Visitor, Come Together, and Sacred Pool. I'll be right back. All right. So they all came out in reverse, but I'm going to hold them in the upright and then read the reverse. Now, I don't know if this is all for the same reading. 3 different groups that might come out. I don't know. So this is just This is sort of the oracle reading part of the reading here. This is what the oracle wants to say. Reversed. When come together appears in the reverse, it's a sign that perhaps a love connection is unbalanced. Is intimacy being held from you? I don't know why I can't talk. Or are you withholding intimacy from another? Longing and yearning are often mistaken for love, when in fact they are signs of lack. Perhaps you have been doing all the emotional work and pouring your water into an empty well, to the point that now you're also depleted. If this is true love, it will not be denied to you. What is truly for you will never walk past you or require this much energy. Drop the agendas, the fight, the need to win, and allow love to flow through you. True love will always find its reflection in another. So I definitely think I've channeled the correct song for the power of love here. So I know that my reading kind of messed up a little bit, but the recap on that is if you're longing for something, it's because you don't have enough of it. You're in lack. So if you're longing for that closeness in your relationship, it's because you don't have closeness in your relationship. Kind of like that. Unexpected visitors, but it came out in the reverse. You may be mistaken a rogue wave for a fun ride. You have only coasted for so long before you hit the shoreline with a smack. The tide is ebbing, and your activities are now preparing you for when that wonderful wave comes in for you to ride. You're meant to learn how to be a strong swimmer now. Don't worry, preparation ensures a successful result. However, you must wait patiently for the right moment to come. Now is the time for conscious preparation and skill building. So it sounds like you're about ready to do something on your own, some sort of journey here, and prepare for it. So one of the things I've had to learn on my journey is not that I shouldn't rely on people, but financially, like for me, I've had to learn to have my own financial independence. It's been a very important, I don't know how you want to say it. It's just been an important lesson in my life. And for some of you, maybe there's something in your life that you've always done with another person, or you've always had help doing. And maybe it's saying that it's kind of like, now you're going to take the floaties off. Okay. You're not going to have anything to help you float. You're going to have to float yourself. And that's kind of how I take it. And for me, like I said, for me, it was finances, but for you, it could be anything else. It doesn't have to be finances. Now we have sacred pull, but it did come out in the reverse. And it says, it can be difficult to overcome denial when there is a reward for staying where you are. If you can't accept and love yourself, you remain trapped, wearing a false mask of victimhood. The benefit of embracing denial and victim's mask is that you never have to take a real risk. Dimming your light serves no one. Turning away from the truth reflected in the stillness of the sacred pool keeps you in denial. Doing the same thing over and over again, such vain efforts lead to a tedious, boring existence. Take the risk and shine your beautiful light into the world. Look in the mirror and see the truth. Surrender the need to self-sabotage. Remember that you have a responsibility not just to yourself, but to the divine spark within you. Accept the discomfort of seeing with clear eyes, and you'll soon find the wondrous adventures are waiting for you. Step into your magical life. Take the leap of faith. So it's preparing you to do something on your own. It's preparing you to do something that's completely different, that is not the same that you do every day, day in and day out. And it's going to require faith and knowing that the divine has your back, basically. I'm going to pull a couple more oracles, especially now that I am time stamping. I want to pull some oracles, and then I will end out here with some messages. So what else does Aquarius need to know about this reading here? The power of love. It seems like this is a reading about loving yourself. God already loves you, and you're going to be guided. It's going to be hard. It's going to be a little discomfort in this process, but it's time. It's time. Some of you, or some of us, I should say out here, some of this might feel like orphaned or alone, okay? So maybe we bring in the wrong attachment of people because we just don't want to be alone. So maybe we just bring people into our life that aren't necessarily good for us, but it's company, right? Not necessarily good company, but it's company. And then we have flexibility. So, but I feel like this is what's changing. I feel like you're going to go from this orphan, lonely feeling to like being guided. Like this person is really flexible, and this person is, you know, because of that, it feels like their health is improving. Look at this dark energy. Look at this light energy. This new life is going to be like going on a journey with the divine, and you don't know where it's going to lead you. It's literally going to be an adventurer. It could take you anywhere. And this would be from the Divine Beloved. This is an oracle deck. And then I'll close out with the remaining oracles. That'll be the ending, the advice oracles. Give me a card for Aquarius. You got two. You got to. Available, I am open. Change me, divine beloved, into one who can offer you even the most baffling problem, knowing you'll carry me to the right situation at the right time, if I am utterly open, receptive, and available. So this is saying basically having faith here. Just having faith that at the right time, God's going to work in your life at the right time. And just know that. And your whole divine team. Acceptance, I accept myself. And that's what it talks about. You know, loving yourself. Let me love and accept myself as you love me. May I find you shining brightly within my own being. This talks about finding the God in you. Your God center in yourself. And shining that light into the world. And that came out in these cards as well. This is a light. This is a lot about shining your own light into the world. You know that old song, that little light of mine, I'm going to let it shine. Bingo. That's the one. That's the one. We're going to see what your chakra space, what chakra space that you need to be in here. What chakra space is beneficial for Aquarius right now? I mean, it's probably the heart chakra, but whatever wants to come out here. It's getting loose. I feel it. Chakra space. Interesting enough, we have the root and we have the third eye. So a lot of you probably already have open heart space here. We have the priestess, intuition. Connect the highest wisdom of the divine feminine. Divine feminine energy, feminine, high priestess, intuition. This is what's going to guide you. This is what's going to tell you, hey, Aquarius, go over here, or cross watcher, you know, go over there. We have the root chakra, wisdom of the earth. Connect with the earth as a means of realigning your energy. You know, connecting with the earth, you can go literally walk outside barefooted. That's a very easy, simple way. Go, you know, put your foot in some natural body of water. You know, if it's not cold where you're at. Where I'm at, Florida, we can still go out there and we can be in the water and stuff, but you might not be able to, but you can maybe walk out barefooted for a couple of minutes or something like that. So let's get into the tarot. Let's get into the tarot. So this is a journey of love, a journey of faith, and a journey of a new adventure awaiting you. You know, sometimes it's hard for us to think about the life we want for ourselves. You know, we can just say, we know we want a better life. We know we don't like where we're at, but it's hard for us to imagine where we want to be. It's easy for us to imagine where we don't want to be. But this is like when you're loving yourself and you're doing right by yourself, the divine knows what makes you happy, and the divine knows your potential. And following that intuition and grounding yourself, you're just literally going to be guided. You're just going to be guided. Two of Swords reversed, knowing where to go, knowing what to do. Literally here, reaching out to spirit, reaching out to source. Paying attention to signs in nature. Knowing where you need to go, knowing where you need to look for advice. In this case, literally, this person is looking out in the trees, sees something very unique in the distance. And this is like, oh, I think spirit is guiding me over here. Let me go over here and see what happens. Then we go over there, and there might be another clue. Or maybe that's the destination for that moment. It's a journey, though. It's like an Easter egg hunt, or but it's really a hunt with you and the divine. It's really a special journey here. Give me a card for that. Two of Swords reverse. We have Seven of Pentacles on the bottom, and that talks about vision. Knight of Wands and Six of Wands. Knight of Wands In this deck, it talks about immaturity, but we're talking about your journey. So the Knight of Wands is ready to go on a moment's notice. The Knight of Wands is prepared. The Knight of Wands is the pizza delivery person. When you need the pizza, the Knight of Wands is there. But this talks about you being the Knight of Wands, you being prepared to take that journey on a moment's notice. Talks about you being the Knight of Wands here. Knight of Wands don't always have to be a player. Knight of Wands can really literally just be ready to travel when you're called to travel. Be ready to go when you're ready to go. Be flexible because Spirit is going to call on you. Spirit's going to call on you. Spirit's going to send you where you're needed, where you're best able to serve. And it's going to be fulfilling for you too. It's going to be rewarding and fulfilling. And it's not a journey of worrying about what other people think of you, because this Six of Wands is reversed. And that Six of Wands in the upright, we got other people watching us. This is a journey that it's really not going to matter who's watching you, because you're serving your most highest potential here. What's the root? Again, Six of Wands reversed. Don't worry about what people think of you. Don't worry about if people think you're crazy. If you're guided to go to the top of a hill or a mountain and just sit there and open up your arms real wide and take a deep breath and put a smile on your face and say some weird thing or just let out some expression, you do it. You do it. You don't have to understand why. You're being divinely guided. A lot of happiness here. This person found treasure. This person found treasure. But when you follow your heart, in which this light is coming from her heart, this light is coming from her heart, and when you follow your own light, and when you follow your heart, you find your treasure. Your happiness is where your heart is. And that came out in a few readings ago. Give me a card for that Nine of Cups. Nine of Wands reverse, fear. It's fear in the upright, but in the reverse, it's saying don't have fear and don't worry. Don't worry about how people view you. Just do what your intuition tells you, because your intuition is also picking up on what you're guided to do. What's the recent past here? That's 3 cards or 4 cards. That's a lot of cards. We have Jupiter, Sagittarius energy. We have the 7 of Pentacles. That's Earth energy. We have 7 of Swords. Page of Wands reverse. And the Wheel of Fortune. So in the past, some of you may have got some undesirable news that caused you to need to regroup, make a new plan, Stan. And by the looks of these cards and the energy that I'm picking up from them, it's like I'm picking up on the energy of like self-talk, talking to myself, right? Like saying, you know, I know I'm strong. I know I can do this. Yeah, I'm not going to off myself or anything, but I'm really just kind of bummed out that it didn't work out the way I wanted it to. I'm really not happy about this. But I'm going to pull myself up by my bootstraps and I'm going to move forward. That's what I'm literally feeling like. You know, it's not my first rodeo. I know how to move on, but I really don't want to move on. I really wanted to see where this could go. I really wanted to see where this could go. If I put If I put my time into this with this person, place, or thing, this situation, I really wanted to see where it could go. Well, change of plans. And this is like determination here with the Wheel of Fortune. Determination to turn lemons into lemonade. Determination to make this grow even if it was all by yourself. Maybe you had plans to grow something with another person and they were just gone, snuck off. Like a thief in the night. And you're left holding the bag. And in that bag is you, your wishes and dreams that you hoped for, and the reality of what you have right now, what you had to deal with, and what you have to do about it. And that's the past energy. Give me a card for the past. Several cards for the past. Very hopeful with the sun and the... So I feel whatever you had to overcome in the past, whatever you had to, whatever this news was, even if the news was no news at all, you just heard nothing else from the person, or if you heard bad news, it doesn't matter, the whole situation, whatever it was, there was high hopes, high expectations. Maybe of you and this person walking off into the sunset together. Maybe you had manifested all the right things. But it takes two to make a thing go right, right? Yep, it takes two to make a thing go right. The Hangman reverse is Pisces energy, but the Hangman is a card of self-sacrifice. It's a card of time when it's like this. But turning it around is like saying, okay, I can't be in this energy forever. I can't be in this energy forever. I must do something. I'm tired of waiting. I'm tired of sacrificing my time. I ain't getting no younger. Life ain't waiting on me. Had to make a choice. Had to make a decision. And even as heartbreaking as it was, you chose to pick yourself up by your bootstraps and move forward. If you had chose to do something with another individual, or something you had dreamt of that didn't work out, it seems like you're going to work on it by yourself. What crowns this? You would have had to learn to love yourself. And just say, you know what? It's okay if I didn't get that beginning that I wanted back then. If I didn't get this beginning, it's okay. You toughed it out. Probably a whole lot of things going on in your mind. This here is the self-sabotage, because that did come out in another card. One of these cards. Wasting time and overthinking why something didn't happen is like self-sabotage, because you know what? It may not have had anything to do with you. May have affected you, but there are other circumstances that maybe you're just not aware of. King of Pentacles, Seven of Cups, Eight of Wands. If this is you, this is you making decisions to make your money right. This is you making connections. But if it's just another person thinking about you, they're having a hard time. They're having a hard time deciding what to say now. If this is this person or situation that took off like a thief in the night, so to speak, this is this person having a hard time figuring out what to say now. So I got two messages with that. Give me a card. King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles. So if you're not the one who's trying to make money moves, then this could be the person who you thought you had all that potential with, that you wanted to grow with, that now they're sort of looking back. Because of how things left off, it's sort of like, well, what do I say now to Aquarius? What do I say now? What avenue do I take? What are my choices when it comes to how I can get right? How do I explain that I cut them off and didn't say anything? How do I explain that I went off into a whole new direction and now I'm back? Like, what do I tell them? Do I tell them I was 7 of Swords? I went to war? What do I tell them? But it's definitely this strong Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy with that King of Pentacles. And I have the 7 of Swords here again in the reverse, Deceit. I have the 5 of Swords. I have the 5 of Swords and the 7 of Swords reverse, and I also had the 5 of Swords come out right here. So I have double repeating cards. Somebody is really in a lot of thought here. A lot of thought. And this may not be you, Aquarius. It may not be you. If it's you, Aquarius, you would be thinking sort of like, thinking about an opportunity that didn't happen, and now you're thinking about how to grow your money or how to grow an opportunity for yourself, how to have your own stability to have all the things you want. But like I said, it could also be another person. It could be literally another person who's trying to figure that out, because they could have just taken off. Now they want to come back. That's half a deck, but I do see some cards there. What's the future? Anyway, what's the future here? Trying to gain some clarity with this Hangman. So it's like somebody realized back here, I'm not wasting any time. I feel that was you, Aquarius. Now I feel like someone is thinking about you. I think somebody you stopped waiting on, or at least got busy with your life. Okay, just in case they never return or whatever, you doing your own thing. I feel now there's a person here who's sitting in a lot of confusion. There's something just not clear. Ace of Swords reverse, the Hangman upright. Now, were you were the one before who was in that energy of the Hangman, just sort of limbo, not knowing what to do, sacrificing your own time. Now someone else is sacrificing time because they can't figure it out. Should I work with Aquarius? Because I'm definitely manifesting Aquarius, but I'm not talking to Aquarius because I betrayed Aquarius. But I'm awakened now. And I realize I don't have Aquarius, and Aquarius makes me happy. Back then, it was inconsistent. Give me a card for the future here. Landed on the King of Pentacles and Seven of Swords, Temperance reverse, Judgment reverse. Yeah, someone's kicking themselves about now, Aquarius. So I strongly feel this King of Pentacles energy is someone who didn't invest in you. Someone who sort of wasted your time because you probably spent a little bit too much time waiting around on them. You're probably doing you now, doing something that, you know, doing things in your own life. Making the best, right? You're making lemonade from lemons, and now this person is like, man, what was I thinking? I sure judged Aquarius wrong, and they're really kicking themselves. At Temperance reverse, they're not happy. Judgment reverse, with their actions. That is Sagittarius, that is Pluto energy. is Scorpio, and we do have those two seasons coming up in the future as well. We have Sagittarius and Scorpio season coming up. Give me a card for that. Give me a card for the self. Give me a card for the self. A lot of you are focused on making your money here. The money that you're supposed to be making, your calling, all right? Not working, you know, doing just anything. A lot of you are trying to work on bringing money in through your calling. You might be doing something else. I'm not saying you're completely set into what you're supposed to be doing. Some of you might be stuck at a boring job or a traditional type of 9-to-5 job. But I feel a lot of you are focused in trying to make money and also serve your higher purpose, if that makes any sense. And because you're focusing on yourself and serving your higher purpose, it's like somebody's all of a sudden in their feelings here. Wants to break the silence with that High Priestess reverse. Wants to tell you something. That's something that maybe ended in their life. Give me a card for the self position. Ace of Swords. You know, things are very clear to you. You're not confused at all. You got the Ace of Swords and the Five of Swords, and together those are the Six of Swords. Things are very clear to you. You had to love yourself and move on. And if you're not, you will be. Especially by the time this 6-month period is over, because the eclipse is this month. The lunar eclipse is about closing doors. The solar eclipse is about opening doors. And Pluto entering in Aquarius is all about transformation for the next 20 years. So you have clarity. You're following your highest path, your highest purpose. And for a lot of you, it's going to bring you money. Now somebody's over here. I made a mistake. I misjudged Aquarius. But what do I say? How do I approach? What's the environment? Sadness. Five of Cups. I feel like someone's sort of manifesting here, maybe watching you on the internet, and you're loving yourself. You're not giving no love here, and you might be literally working on your stacks, working on your stability and your money, building a legacy here. You might not be messing around with nobody, just working on your money, your stability, all the things, your creature comforts. You know, I'm hearing you're giving back to yourself now. I feel you wanted to build before with another person or other people. You wanted to build. And I feel you just got let down, and now you're trying to build with what you have. Tell me about that Five of Cups. See, this I'm hearing something with this card. Somebody, and it's not you. This was you in the past, maybe. You might have put all your eggs in one basket with a person in the past, and then that's when there was a letdown. That's when there was this needing to learn to be self-sufficient. And like, you know, timelines are different. If you haven't learned the lesson of self-sufficiency, it will probably come before you leave this planet. But this is all the eggs are in one basket, and then all these other baskets are empty. Well, before too long, this basket with all these eggs are going to be empty too. Because somebody gambled on one thing like it was a sure thing. And it seems like it's this other person that wants to come toward you, because this is the environment. So somebody thought it was a sure thing here. Maybe a Virgo with the Knight of Pentacles. Or maybe they thought it was a sure thing because it was something that had been so solid and stable in their life for so long. Or maybe because they had went to school with this person, we got education, Page of Swords, but it's in the reverse. So whoever thought something was a sure bet surely ended up being not a sure bet. Not a sure bet at all. So tell me, what is the hope and the fear for this reading? What's the hope and the fear? So it starts off with you loving you, and then somebody basically hijacks your reading over here. So I feel somebody's able to see what's going on in your life, okay? I feel like you had to pick up and move on at some point from a situation that wasn't going in your best interest or going in your interest at all, right? So literally, by doing whatever you're doing, I feel that you're now thriving with the Wheel of Fortune and the upright. You're thriving, or at least you're doing way better than they are. And now they're like seeing something like, wow, how do I, you know, what are my choices when it comes to coming back here? What are my choices? What do I say? How do I explain this? Literally kicking themselves over it because they made a very bad misjudgment on your part. And they thought something over here was a sure bet, and they put all their eggs there. And they've knocked over every basket, and that basket with those eggs, that's everything that they have left to their name. And they are so close to losing that. What's the hope and the fear? Queen of Swords, Wheel of Fortune. See, you're doing good. Wheel of Fortune upright. You got the Wheel of Fortune upright over here too. This person somehow sees you doing well. And this person sees that you have cut them off. And literally to work on your money. There's a lot about working on your money. 6 of Pentacles, 8 of Pentacles. What's the outcome looking like here for this reading for Aquarius? What's the outcome looking like for this reading for Aquarius? So like I said, Aquarius, if you haven't cut off an energy to go pursue a calling of yours in life, it's going to happen with these cards here. It's going to happen. Most likely over this next 6 months. But for some of you, I can see here, it's already happened. You've already had to break away and sort of start your journey on your own. But for those of you who have not started your journey on your own of self-sufficiency, it's coming. So prepare yourself. Don't be like this girl here and put your eggs all in one basket. Don't be like this girl. Page of Swords, Queen of Swords. Somebody watching you and they know that if they have to come back correct. You're stronger now. You're more resilient. You're more resourceful. You're more stable. Give me a card for that. 4 of Cups, literally sitting back watching you. Not doing nothing, but they are spending time watching you. 5 of Cups and regret. Grief, regret. Wheel of Fortune. Like I said, for those of you who have already moved on, Aquarius, this person is seeing you do pretty well. Right? Maybe they thought you'd fall apart. But for those of you who have not moved on and who are in an energy, be prepared. Be prepared, because if you have to yet experience this, there may be a person who ghosts you and you have to sort of move on from that and love yourself and go forward. And then there will be a time where that person starts looking back because you're doing good. You can't see them in the rearview mirror no more. And they're like, wait, Aquarius. And they want to come back. But they don't know how. So I'm going to close out with 3 oracle cards. I have the, because, you know, I got the song, The Power of Love. And the power of love, you can forgive this person, this situation, but you know what? Don't stop your ascension. Don't ever stop it. Because this is also a journey of self-sufficiency, self-love. This is the Starseed Oracle. We have a Lover's Oracle and we have a Spirit Animal Oracle. So I'm going to close out with 3 Oracle cards for advice. So what's Aquarius's advice for this love, this person that seems like they want to return, if it is love and not like a work or family situation? We have new beginning. A new adventure awaits. Embrace it and live your dreams passionately. So for some of you, you guys are you're embarking on a new journey. And this journey, it's your calling, and it's going to bring your money. More money. Like the money, the divine money. We have sexual union. And when this person comes back, some of you, you're going to forgive. But you're not going to stop working on your journey, because a lot of us are not too far from being homeless. Anybody can be homeless, okay? We have honor the place in one another where you are one eternal soul. For there you will find true bliss. So for those of you who forgive a person, don't stop working on your passion. Don't stop working on your calling. Look at all that wants to come out. I'll take the ones face up. The ones that came face up I'll take, because that was a lot. That was a lot. You got the love. The power of love. Just like that song. You got the love. Hadean energy, codependency, and boundaries. Loving yourself. Whatever you could be codependent to, just break out of it. Just break out of it. And if you've already broken out of that and you're on your self-sufficiency journey, self-love journey, this person is looking at you and wanting to come back around because they misjudged you. Called soul gifts and training. It's time to step up. So this is you're here to do something, okay? Whatever it is. You have a calling, and that's what this reading is about. Stepping into your calling, the power of love. And it is going to be some sort of journey where you give back. It's genuine from you. It's not a humdrum 9-to-5 job that you feel lifeless. You feel like it sucks you dry. No. Or a relationship that you feel like sucks you dry. No. You're going to be stepping into your calling, your true calling. And that's where your spiritual money is going to come in. Earth School, life lessons, self-growth, study, higher learning. So some of you may have to learn a new skill to do what it is you want to do. And Earth pulsing, the pulse of mother, slow down, time in nature. And this is where you become in that energy of the Empress energy, where you're going to attract. When you come into your calling, you're going to attract everything. You're going to attract your soul tribe. You're going to attract your spiritual income, okay? The money that was always meant to come to you, the divine money. You're going to attract all of that. You're going to attract love, and you're even going to attract love from the past. And some of it could, some of this is meant to heal up, but some of you it's meant to move on, and you're going to have to be the one who discerns and makes that choice. What do we have here for Aquarius? Closing. We have a big fat cat here. What is it? A Mancoon cat? It looks like a Mancoon cat. But it's a lynx. My bad. Keeper of secrets. Take time out from the world and be the observer. Nothing can deceive you when you trust your knowing. You see others' secrets and keep them sacred. In silence and solitude, you will find your strength. And I do believe that to be true about Aquarians. Aquarians know a lot and they just keep it to themselves. Not necessarily don't put anyone's business out there. Just sort of know stuff, keep it to themselves. And that's what this is saying. Nothing can deceive you. So when this person comes back, if they don't tell you everything but the absolute truth, you're going to see through it. And maybe this person isn't very comfortable with you because you see through them. That's just kind of your gift, And I know some of us out here are like, well, why couldn't I see this person coming? Because they took me for a loop. Yeah, that was just a karmic lesson. That's why we didn't see it. Anyway, you guys, I hope you enjoyed the reading, and I will see you tomorrow for your next reading. I love you guys. Namaste, my friends.